Hello there, and welcome to this week's episode of Did Shakespeare. My name is Cassidy Cash. I'm the host of That Shakespeare Life, the podcast that takes you behind the curtain and into the real life and history of William Shakespeare. We have new episodes every Monday, and then YouTube videos here every Saturday, where we take a look at what it was like to live in the 16th century. Before we get started this week, I want to give a shout out to all of these people. These names are people that have recently joined our membership area called Experience Shakespeare. The membership area of our show gives them access to history activity kits, bonus content, and an entire resource library all about William Shakespeare's history. Thank you guys for being here. Now, William Shakespeare's history is rich and full of all kinds of exciting things. And in our latest episode on the podcast, we are talking with Brigitte Webster all about cutlery. This episode will go live on the podcast in a few weeks, but I wanted to give you an exclusive look behind the scenes at what it looks like to put together one of these interviews. Brigitte is one of my friends. I've talked and met with her at several different conferences. We meet up along the way at different places, and she's been on the podcast a couple of times. And in this clip, she is sharing with us why she likes coming and talking with us here at That Shakespeare Life. And I so appreciate what she shares that I wanted to also share it with you because it's a huge compliment, and it encapsulates exactly what we try to accomplish with the show and here on YouTube each week. We want you to enjoy Shakespeare's history, and I believe that in order to understand the plays, you have to understand the history of the man who wrote them. In a lot of ways, Shakespeare's plays are slices of history, and in order to really access them and understand them, you have to understand the history. So Brigitte shares her opinion first, but then stay tuned after what she says about the podcast because you get to see us laugh quite a lot at what we affectionately call the ghost of her Tudor mansion. Brigitte lives in an authentic 16th century Tudor mansion with her husband Tom, and she shares with us just a small piece of what it's like to get to live there. It's a truly fascinating story, so come along and see this clip right here.
Having been educated in Austria, Shakespeare didn't really feature that often. We did do Shakespeare, but not to the same in-depth as you would have done. So when I came to England, I had to catch up on Shakespeare. And one of the courses I did was an online course, and it tied up Shakespeare as a person and how he lived and what was important to him with his works. And that really did it for me. And you are doing exactly that. You're bringing him alive. And I think that's so important because at school, so many of the children, and having been a teacher, I know what I'm talking about, they can't really link with Shakespeare because they teach just his works, but you need to really know about Shakespeare as a whole, his life, his world, and then you can access his works. And I think that's exactly what you're doing. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's wonderful.
What a wonderful compliment. Thank you so much. I'm so thrilled to hear that. I have to ask a random question. The curtain next to you keeps moving. Other side.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's how drafty it is in this house.
Okay.
This is nothing. You should
really?
have seen it. Oh, in January and February, I sometimes had to pull the curtain.
Did you really?
And I was filming it and saying to people, look, if you think this house is haunted, there you go. But no.
That's too funny. At first I thought Tom was like peeking in to see if you were done with the interview yet. And then I went, wait, no, it keeps happening.
No, it's just these ancient Tudor manors are not the most comfortable places to live. I mean, we love it. We knew what we would let ourselves in, and we embrace it. I can only laugh about this.
It makes it look like so much fun, I have to say. Following all of your adventures makes it look fabulous.
Oh, it is fun, and especially if you're a Tudor fanatic, which we are, we just really embracing the whole experience. But I do know a few of my friends who just keep shaking their head and say, what have you done? But yeah, we love it, and hopefully one day I can welcome you here. And
Oh,
show
I
you
can't wait.
everything.
Yes, absolutely. We'll have to come and visit. Well, Brigitte, thank you so much for being here. I will let you go, and I will be in touch about the episode. Thank you so much again for being here.
Excellent. Thank
Have a
you.
good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Brigitte and I always have a lot of fun when we get together. There's always laughs and history. I cannot wait to visit Tudor and 17th century history experience in England. And if you stop by Brigitte's establishment, make sure you tell her that you're a member of That Shakespeare Life. Members get an exclusive discount and a free authentic Tudor meal prepared by Brigitte, and she's an expert in food history, so she'll do it up right. Make sure you mention that you're a member to get that exclusive bonus, not available to anyone who's not a member of That Shakespeare Life. And to find out how you can join and become a member, visit CassidyCash.com/experience. That's it for this week. I'm Cassidy Cash, and I hope you learned something new about the Bard. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.